All right, everybody, welcome back to our game of XCOM here. It has been a couple of days. The wife had a couple of doctor's appointments and some physical therapy, and she is doing much better. The leg is going to be back to normal in about 6 to 8 weeks, the one that got messed up in her car wreck. So we are getting there. In the meantime, having that time off allowed me to get around to doing stuff like sleeving my cards, as you see here. Everything's all bright and shiny now. That may not be such a good thing while you're playing with the lights, but I think we're going to see it. If nothing else, one thing that sleeving the cards does, it makes it a little harder because it makes them thicker and slicker, so they're a little hard to stack with card sleeving, but they are so much easier to shuffle. You just basically divide that deck in half and just mash them together, and they just mash shuffling goes wonderfully. So that is a lot nicer. That is probably the number one reason, more so even than shuffling the cards. Yeah, I do the shuffling. I do the sleeving on all the card decks that you shuffle all the time, but to protect them from the shuffling, but also not just the wear and tear, the fact that it makes them so much easier to shuffle. So everything's good and shuffled up. Everything's set here. We are going to start into the timed phase of round 3 now. Let me get the recording going, and we will join you. All right, new technology available. Let's pause it for a second. I have already grabbed the cards here. We've got the next 4. He already has Archangel and Running Gun. So let's see what we have. The next 4 are going to be Illyrium. It's going to be an Arc Thrower, Battle Scanners, and we are looking at Carapace Armor. So we've got our next 6 ready to go. Let us resume. Done. Budget 17 credits. All right, very nice. So let us go over here. Let's grab our 5. Let's grab our 10, 15, 16, 17. All right, we have our 17 credits, which is good since we no longer have any emergency funding whatsoever. So we'll see how that goes. Resume. Done. Crisis Commander. Pause. What's our next 2 crisis cards? Our first one is Increased Panic in Europe by 1. Okay, that's a possibility. Europe is, no, actually that would put Europe in the red, wouldn't it? The next one is the first 2 successes rolled against each mission task this round do not put a success on it. Wow. The first 2 successes. Yeah, we're discarding that one. Sorry. That one's gone. We're going to put Europe into a little bit of panic here. Okay, resume and done. That was a hard one to assign. All right, assign research number 2, and that's the only one that we get to assign unless we want to take one off the board here. And remember, because of the last roll, the last time around, we have got 7 exhausted scientists and 1 who's not exhausted. So we're going to take a look through the different technologies we have here. Which ones are up this time? All right, we have the Archangel Armor. That is a squad leader time phase. You put a soldier there. The chief scientist gets the top card of the enemy deck as salvage. We saw that before. We saw Running Gun before, which you put an assault there, and you add an XCOM die to each roll against an enemy task. That one's very nice. Illyrium, that's a new one for us. It's a timed one for the commander. If you exhaust it, you put $2 on the emergency funding card. All right, that's an interesting one. Arc Thrower. Exhaust this, choose an enemy. That enemy uses his special ability this round. I'm thinking that's where we're going to go. Battle Scanner. You put a sniper there, you choose a mission or an enemy task. All icons on that task are specialized this round. That one's a good one too. Carapace Armor. Exhaust it and re-roll the action die during a mission or enemy task. I think we're going to go with the Arc Thrower. As we saw a second ago with the what was it we killed? An outsider, a chrysalid that caused the issues with with not counting the successes or something. Can't remember what it was. It's been a couple of days, but yeah, we're going to go this. We're exhausted, and that enemy loses his special ability. So we're going to put it up there. And since it's a 1, I mean, the UFO tracking, we've only got 1 scientist, so we're going to assign that 1, because there's no way we can complete this with 2. There's no way we can complete UFO tracking. It still needs 2. But the arc thrower, we have a possibility that we might actually be able to complete it this round. So on to the next. UFOs detected. We have 2 UFOs in orbit. Let us place them there. 1 and 2. Next up, choose mission, squad leader. Okay. Our next 2 missions that we can have are we have a terror site, which is 2 aliens, and play the card. It gives us reduced panic in any continent by 1 and reduced panic in South America by 2. That is an interesting one, especially since we're going to be increasing Europe. So let's hold on to that one. What is the second one? Second one is a UFO crash site. It's build 2 interceptors, which isn't a big thing for us. Reduce panic in Australia by 2, which Australia is one's the lowest one. So we'll discard that one, and we are going to keep the terror site. So we put it over here. Go ahead and let's draw 2 aliens to put on it. There we go. It is set and ready. Next up, resume. Done. Enemy in the base. So we need to draw another card. What do we got coming into our base? We have a Thin Man. And the Thin Man here is infiltrate. When the enemy is killed, we put a new enemy in its place. Not good. I hate thin men. So that may be one that we use the ability. If we can get the arc thrower up there, that may be one that we use that skill on, use that tech on. Emergency funding available. Well, we have no emergency funding over here. So we have no emergency funding available. That's a quick round. UFO detected. We now have 1 up there in North America. So we now have 2 in North America hovering around our base. Done. Assign research number 3. Let's pause it. Remember the little red blinker here means that we have... Actually, I didn't show y'all this last time because we weren't recording. We didn't get it recorded, did we? So you see we have these yellow UFO blips. We're seeing upcoming UFOs are going to be. We got one coming up to Africa, and we got one coming to Europe. So whenever we assign satellites, we definitely want to be able to do that. So assign research number 3. Discard X salvage, research 1 tech card, a cost X from your hand. So that's xenobiology. Do we have another one? Let's see, a sniper, running gun. I think we're going to stick with xenobiology. If we had scientists, somebody we could put on it, maybe we'd swap it out, but for the moment, we're just going to leave it there. So that makes that decision. We're going to leave UFO tracking there too. So that's going to make the scientist role very easy and quick. Deploy squad to the mission. Okay, let's take a look at the mission here. Bring it on down. Let's look at what the aliens are. Put them down in the correct order that they came out. Ooh, this is going to be a rough one. All right, we've got a chrysalid, which disintegrates. And we have a chrysalid, which is going to increase the threat level by... an outsider disintegrates, and a chrysalid increase the threat level by 1. That's not good. That may be the one we use it on. All right, what have we got going on here? We have got a support, and the support will actually be... The support works for 2 of them, and he's an elite, so he's going to get 2, 3, and 2, 3, assuming he survives that long. Then we have a heavy, and we have a sniper. Okay, we will assign our 1 heavy to it. We will assign a sniper, and the sniper also has an assault, so he can help out with there. So the support and the heavy will work on that one. The heavy, the sniper, and the support will work on that one, and the support and the sniper will work on that one. So we have got our base defense set up. Very good. All right, next one. Done. Crisis Commander. What is our crisis? Kill one soldier assigned to the mission. Ooh, that one sucks. This one better be a lot better than that. Elite soldiers do not roll one extra XCOM die this round. Okay, that's the one we'll keep. We got enough soldiers over here. You know, he won't get to use his elite status, but we're not going to kill somebody either, so we will keep that one. And back to it. UFOs detected. All right, there's the, well, we got one. Let's see, yep, still showed one coming in Africa. So we've got another one in orbit. We've got one in South America, and we're going to be getting one in Africa. We are getting a lot of UFOs on that board. Whoops, so far, let's see. Whoops, I need to think about money. I've got one scientist on the board, and I've got 3 soldiers, so we have spent 4. So I'm going to set the 4 over here to the side like that. And that will be our preliminary. That's what I think we've spent so far. Resume. Done. Deploy satellites. Okay. Well, in this, we got 3 in orbit. We need to deploy all 3. Boom, boom, and boom. So that's going to be another 3. So let's take another 3 off and set it over there. Looks like we have a 10 left. Yeah, it looks like we got 10 credits left this turn. Resume. Done. UFOs detected. There's the one that we had come into Africa. We got that. And we have got, ooh, this board's starting to look like it has chicken pox. Done. Deploy interceptors, Commander. All right, we have 10. We have 6, 7 interceptors. Tell you what we're going to do. I know that we have an exhaust. Do we have an exhaust this over here? Reroll the die. UFO flight. Oh, whoops, I'm looking on the wrong side, aren't I? Air and space. Exhaust this card, and we build an interceptor, as long as it's in the thing. So we are going to exhaust that card. I'm going to flip them instead of tilting them, because it takes up less space. That gives us another interceptor here. So we are going to have 8 interceptors now. Do we have any other officer training? That's not there yet. That one's not there yet. We are going to look at all the other stuff whenever we get to the end game over here. The pause time at the end, as far as the other techs that we can use during the time phase. So let us look at interceptors now. These are taken care of. America? Africa actually is low, so why don't we use... We can go to the time phase here, place a satellite there, and we can move the UFO on the board to a continent that's not falling into panic. So we are going to move the one on South America, move it over here to Africa. So that'll allow us to do that. Now, any others? Asia's doing good too. We could move that to Africa as well, but who knows? We might just let Africa bump up one. I don't know there. We got 10, we got 6. I'm going to definitely put 2 in America. All right. We are going to put 2 in Africa. And let's put 1 in Asia. All right, that's going to take 5 of our funding. We'll move that over there. And let us continue on. Resume. Done. Defend the base. All right, so apparently it's just going to be a thin man coming. Let us hope that's the only one. We need a heavy, we need an explosion, and we need a support. Who has got explosion and support of what I have left? Well, we have a support. which doesn't help. It would be great if the heavy was there. So the support will take care of the support part, and the assault will take care of the the exploding. Take care of the heavy's role. So that is good. Now, next up, let us resume. Done. Assign research 1. We can skip it because we don't have anything to assign there. Another crisis. All right. What do we have on the crisis deck? We have spawned 2 UFOs in orbit. That one is not particularly nice. And we have destroy 2 interceptors. I think we can stick with that, because we have 2 interceptors here in the reserve that we can destroy. So that is what we will go with. Beats having more UFOs in orbit when we already have 3. Done. Ending the time phase. Alright, this is where we look through and decide if there's anything else over here in the time. Alright, we have officer training. We can train up an officer. We have already trained up, let's see, blah, blah, blah. Yep, that's what we will do. We will take a assault. Let me make sure. See, do we train up the officer right here, put an officer here and train him up to be an elite, or do we put our 2 remaining soldiers here and get rid of a crisis card? That's those kind of things you have to think about. Do I have any soldiers over here? Yep, if we put a support here, get it here, got some light going on it. If we put a support, which we don't have, here, we would keep someone from being killed. So I think we are going to go with Sky Ranger. Yeah, we'll go with the Sky Ranger. So I am going to put 2 soldiers here, and it will allow us to get rid of a crisis card. So very, very good. All right. Anything else? We've already moved the thing we wanted to do. We don't have any scientists to place. We don't have reserve to the board or board to reserve. That's not going to help us. Research center, discard 2 techs from your hand. We don't need that. We're not going to do officer training. So we have done everything in the time phase this time around. So we are going to end the time phase. Done. Next up will be the resolution phase. And of course, the next part will be auditing the budget. So that's where we will be the next time we come back. We will be auditing the budget, find out exactly how much money we spent here, whether we came in under the amount allowed, or if we're going to be bumping up the panic again. So we will see you then. Bye-bye.